So for my craft presentation, I decided to do a painting. I am no good at sewing or any type of home ec type things, so I decided painting was probably the best way to go. Um, so basically, I'll just kind of go through like a step by step of what was going through my mind and stuff while I was painting this. Um, so first of all, I started off by going on UR courses and looking at all the slides and seeing which one really stuck with me. And I really enjoy the healing medicine PowerPoint. However, I didn't know how much healing medicine I would be able to paint. So the second one that I was really drawn to was the TP teachings and the ribbon skirt teachings. So I decided to paint a teepee and just kind of see where it goes. So when I start painting, I usually just paint the base color in the back and then I wait for it to dry. And as it's drying, I try to think of things of what I want to paint on it. However, usually I just kind of pick up the paintbrush and I just start painting and it just happens. I don't really ever have a set plan of how I want to paint or what I want to paint. It just kind of happens. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah. And so as I started painting the background, I started to do a little bit of like Aurora Borealis in the background, just because I really like painting the sky. I usually like doing galaxies, but this just kind of means a bit more. So as I did that, I waited for that to dry. And then I added some stars in the background, just because I really enjoy stars. And anyway, so the main focus of this painting is the teepee. And as I started painting out the teepee, I absolutely hated it and I wanted to throw out the entire painting and just start something new. But I just set it aside and I just gave it a minute and then I came back to it. And my original plan was to paint the actual like teepee canvas part as one of my own ribbon skirts, just because I absolutely adore the ribbon skirt teaching, and every time I wear a ribbon skirt I just feel so empowered and like I could just take on the world. But that ended up not happening in this painting, so I ended up just doing two colors of brown and then a red, just because they kind of went pretty together. However, when it gets to like where's the top of the teepee, I felt like it was really plain and blah. So I went on Cree Dictionary and I found out what the syllabics was for the word teepee, and I threw that on there, and I don't know if it's actually correct or not, but Cree Dictionary said it was, so if it's not, then I won't know, so whatever. But so I threw that on there, and I really enjoy it just because I really enjoy learning about the Cree language and just any type of indigenous language. I find it so amazing because I was able to speak French for 13 years of my life and also English for 19 years of my life. And I couldn't imagine any of that being taken away from me and how I would even go about starting to learn those languages again, because they were so hard for me to learn in the beginning. And for it to just be taken away, I wouldn't want to learn it again. So I am so amazed that Indigenous people want to learn their language again, and I understand why. But I find like I just find it so amazing that they are trying their best to learn their language. So that's why I wanted to throw that in there. Then also towards the top, I added some smoke coming out of the teepee. And then I also added a Thunderbird. And last semester, it has nothing to do with this semester, but last semester, Elaine took us to a shaking tent and I received my spirit name, and it was Yellow Thunderbird Woman. And I went to Cook Brenda and I ended up telling her this because I wanted to know what it was translated into Cree. And she told me that it is one of the most common spirit names that is out there. And I've done a little bit of research on it and I found that there's many people that have the name, but I don't even care. I'm so proud of it. So I ended up throwing that on the top. And I actually, the Thunderbird that is in this painting, I have it identically tattooed onto my arm. However, like mine's in black, but this one's in yellow. And yeah, so I just kind of took the TP teachings because it meant a lot to me, and I really like how each pole resonates with me and everything that I was taught as a child. And then I'm also just very fascinated at the fact that ribbon skirts also come from teepees, which I never knew. I never knew why we wore ribbon skirts, but I just wore it because I knew we had to, and my mom made me 2 of them and I was really proud of them, so I tried to wear them as frequently as possible to class. And yeah, so that is my craft presentation. And even though I wanted to throw the whole thing out at the beginning, I'm actually very proud at how it turned out. So I hope you enjoy it as well. Thank you.